Hello, Mrs. Faker's class. This is Mr. Taylor. I am the high school librarian. In this video, I will show you how to set up an account in Noodle Tools, create a project, and then we will cite the book that you used, the electronic version of Romeo and Juliet. There are two other videos. Each of those videos will cover how to cite a different source for your Romeo and Juliet paper. One of those will show you how to cite a website, the other would then how to cite a database. In order to be able to create these citations, we're going to use a program called Noodle Tools. Noodle Tools can be used whenever you have to do citations for any class. And today we're going to use it as a guide to help us put together the works cited pages. To get there, you'll need to go to the Google Drive, your Google Drive page. So however you get to Google Drive, you can see I just went from the speed dial page. And as it loads, I'll just say that in the upper right-hand corner, once it does load here, you'll see 9 small dots. Those are the kind of the Google Apps area. And we're going to click on that and scroll the whole way down. And then at the bottom, there will be an app that's called Noodle Tools. And there's a little blue guy that has his hands in the air. And that's where I'm going to go now. So when I click on that, I'll be asked to log or to choose to log into my Penn Manor account. You want to make sure you are in your Penn Manor account. This could cause some problems later on if you are not. When you click that, I'm going to be taken right into my project inbox. And it's going to list all of my different projects. For you, you may be asked to fill out and answer a couple of questions. One of them will be, what is your year of graduation? Another will be, what school are you at? Make sure that it does say high school. Again, that will cause problems later on if you don't have it filled out correctly now. Once you're on the projects page, you're going to click on the button on the left-hand side here, new project. And we'll call this Romeo and Juliet paper, MLA format. And we will be using the junior level of citation style. The advanced tends to be overkill. For most of your high school projects, junior level is adequate. Starter tends to be too simplified. You'll hit submit. And you'll be taken to the dashboard page. So you can see up here now we're under dashboard. Dashboard is where you can share the project. You can share with a teacher and their inbox, or you can share with other students if you were to ever need to do that. You can also organize your research question and thesis here. We're going to jump to the sources page, and this is the page we'll be working off of in the other two videos as well. This is where we actually begin to input our sources. So we're going to cite a new source, and we'll be asked a question here, and we'll actually be asked a follow-up question about trying to figure out what kind of source it is that you are citing. It's really important to get these two questions right, because if you choose the wrong one, you are citing in the wrong format in most cases. Sometimes there are ways that you'll find that you can kind of get back around to the right citation, even if you mess things up. But it's you really do want to try to make sure you have the right choice for these first two questions. So that means we take a look at the source. So we're on a website. It's lit to go. We have a copy of Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. It's broken up with different scenes and links to pages that have those scenes available in them. So we jump back, and we have database, website, printer in hand, view heard live, file, ebook, app, or ebook, and then finally other. So the difficulty in the trap here is to assuming that this is an ebook, because it is a full book. It's not an ebook file, though. And the type of citation they're actually giving you for here would be if you had a Kindle book or a book from Overdrive. You have a book that is packaged, even a book from Google Books, or a book you bought on your phone from Apple, from the Apple Store. That is not what we have. What we have is a website that has taken the text of Romeo and Juliet and has posted it on various pages, web pages. So while it has book-like qualities and ebook-like qualities, it is actually a website. Now, on this website, we have a book posted. And that is the difference. Mixing those two things up will give you a different citation. It won't totally be wrong, but it also won't be right. So now we have some things to look at on this page. So we're citing again, notice it says book here, that is on a website. So e-publication, digital born, or print publication information. So this book was in print, obviously, before it was put online. So this is not something that was born digital. So all we need to do is put in the title of the name of the container website, which is lit2go, the URL, which is easy to copy, and the date of access, which is today. You just click the today button and that will fill in. So we've identified now the website information. Now we need to identify the book information. So who is the author of this book? That is William Shakespeare. What's the title of this book? It is Romeo and Juliet. Yes, it is a play, but the book format is what applies here. Now we do get to leave a lot of blanks. This sometimes happens in Noodle Tools or other programs like this where you are filling in the blanks in order to get your citation correct. So this is not title of a volume in a multi-volume set. We don't need to identify, we don't have any clear publisher. We actually do have a clear year given to us that the original was published, so 1597. Again, we're going by what is on the page for this citation. So we have that. And aside from that information, we don't have anything else to put in. And we get to leave everything else blank. And as I said before, that does happen sometimes. Down below is where you would do an annotation. An annotation is a summary or an evaluation of a source, where you would write a paragraph. We won't be using that today, but it's good to be familiar with that term. There will be some time in your academic career where you may need to write annotations. I'm going to go ahead and save the citation, and it will appear then on my sources page. So what do I have? And this is where you would double check yours against mine to make sure that you did it correctly. So we are citing from Shakespeare, William, Romeo and Juliet, published in 1997. 1597. Excuse me. It's on the Lit2Go website. There's the URL for it, and we accessed that document on the 10th of December. All right, so this is your first source, and you do want to make sure that you double check against it. Again, there will be a following video you can watch when you are ready to cite either the database or the website. So please make sure that you check those out and make sure that you get your works cited page complete. At this point, then you can jump on to the next one, and I hope to see you soon.